Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ipe Gunati and today we're going to talk about HTML text. Okay, now in this lesson we're going to look at the various types of headings we have and then paragraphs. Okay, and at the end we're going to look at how to format text in HTML. Okay, earlier on in our previous lesson, in lesson 3, we talked about how to create our first web page, and we created the first web page and a simple web page with what we have in our screen. And then in lesson 4, we introduced some tags, some meta tags in our head, which are the keyword tags and the description tags. And finally, we added a link on the head, which links our CSS to our HTML. Okay. Now today we're going to continue by adding some more tags in the body in order to make our website to look more complex. Okay. Now for us to do that, let's look at this Microsoft Word here. So we're going to use this as an example. Well, we are going to try to create something like this using programming. Okay, so let's go back to the code editor. All right, so the first thing we are going to do is the title here. We're going to replace the title with the family therapy. Okay, so family therapy. All right, now we are also going to change that in the h1 tag of the body here. So let's do that. So we'll replace this with the h1 tag, which is the family therapy. Okay, so this becomes our heading. Now let's go back to the Microsoft Word. Let's copy this. So instead of to type, let's just copy to avoid time wasting. So Control C to copy. Now let's go back to the code editor and replace the paragraph tag here. I replace this with what we just copied. Okay, and I think we are missing the closing tag of the P. Okay. Now what you can do is let's right click because the length of the write-up is too long. So let's right click and then click on format documents. So this will format our documents. Okay, so the document is formatted. So as you can see, we have 4 lines instead of 1 line now so that you can see it clearly. Okay, so that's the essence of formatting your documents. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is let's go back and check. I think is to create another paragraph. Now this paragraph has yellow background color. We are going to do that when we get to formatting text. Okay, so we'll copy that. After the P tag, we create another P tag. So create another P tag. Then let's paste what we have there, and also we can format it again so that we can see more clear. Okay, hope you guys are understanding. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is if we look at the Microsoft Word, I think the next thing is to introduce this one. Now this is a subheading under the family therapy. So this is a subheading, so we're going to give this another heading tag. So this time around we are using the h2 tag. So h2 tag is smaller in size, in text size, than the h1 tag. We're going to use, we're going to use the h2 tag. Then we'll paste. And then the next thing is a paragraph. So the p tag. Then we'll come back here. Then we'll copy this. Also, you can see here that from this help here is italicized. We'll do that when we get to formatting. So let's paste. And then we'll format. It's a good practice to always format your code. So that's why I love doing it in every step. And then I think it's to introduce another paragraph again. So your p tag. Let's go back and copy. So we'll copy this and then paste. Let's format again. Let's go to the next one. So this is also a H2 tag. So let's copy this. Okay. So we need to introduce another H2 tag here. So type in H2, close it, and then we paste. Okay, the next thing is we go to the Microsoft Word, copy this, that's the paragraph, come back to the code editor, and then we'll add the paragraph. So we add a p tag, then we paste. So up next, let's go back. So this is another H2. So here we introduce another H2 here. And then we paste. Let's go back. We copy the whole of this paragraph. Then we introduce a p tag. Then we paste. Finally, let's add another p tag. And then let's copy this. And then we paste. Okay. So these are the few tags we have in this particular lesson. And then as you can see, our web page is getting more complex. All right, so let's go to the web browser. Now this is the browser. This is how the browser is looking like. So we have the family therapy, which is the H1, and then we have the H2 here, another H2, and then the last H2 here. So, and the rest are paragraphs. Okay. Okay. Now, if we look at the Microsoft Word, you find out that we have a lot of things to do here. You see the color here. We have to do some formatting. Then here we have that this one is italicized, so we have to do that too. So the next thing we're going to do now is to look at how to format our web browser. Okay, how to format our page. So if we look here, the family therapy here is the color is red and it's at the center. And if we come down to the browser, this is not the case. So what we're going to do is to start doing that. But before we do that, let me explain some basic things here. Okay, so let's look at, we just introduced H1 and H2 here. So let's take, for example, we want to look at other ones. So let's say we have H1, then we have Manchester United. Okay, Manchester United. Okay, so let's duplicate this. You can press down your shift button, the alternate button, and then a down arrow key to duplicate it to 6 times. And then here, let's change this one to H2. And then let's change the next one to H3. Then this one H4, H5, and finally we have H6. Okay, so if you look at the browser, you see the difference between all the heading tags. Okay, so the first one is H1, second one is H2, this is H3, H4, H5, and H6. So the higher the number on a H, the smaller the size of the text. Okay, so as you can see. All right, so with this said and done, let's now look at how to format the text. Okay, so for formatting we have italicized, we have bold, and we have a lot of them. So let's go to the top and start doing that. So let's assume that this text is bold. So here we use B arrow. Okay, let's say B for bold. Then you can cut this by pressing Ctrl X and then move it to the end of the therapy. Then paste. Okay, so if we go back to the therapy, okay, it's already bold. Now the color, what we do here is let's use a little bit of CSS here. So now inside this H1, inside the bracket of the H1, type in style, then you say equal to, and then put in so let's say the color is red, so let's use color, then column, and then you add red, then you put in semicolon. And then let's say we want to also let's say we want to make it be at the center. So text line, let's align it to the center. Okay, let's go to the browser and check. Now you see the color is red, but it's not at the center yet. So what do we do? Let's refresh, Control R. Okay. Okay, so text align center. Now the next thing we'll do here, let's go to the Microsoft Word. Okay, so let's change the color here to yellow. Now in order to do that, in programming they call it mark. So we are going to mark that area of this write-up. So the second paragraph is marked. Okay, so that's the second paragraph. So that's this this paragraph here. So after the first p tag, you put in a mark. So you have the mark. You cut, move the closing tag to the end, and then you paste. Okay, so let's go back to the browser, and as you can see, it's marked here. Okay, so this is how to format your text in HTML. Now the next thing is this text here is italicized. So let's do that quickly. So for italicizing, we have two types. We have emphasize, and then we have italic. Okay, which is I. So let's see where it starts. Help. So it started with okay, Microsoft Word. Okay, we help. Okay, so let's go back here at the code. So from here, so like I said, we have two types. So the first one is I, and let's move the closing tag. Let's copy that. Let's cut that to the end. Okay, so here, and you paste. Okay. Now if you go back, Now as you can see, this one is italicized. Okay, now if you use emphasize, which is em, it will give you the same result. So let's change the I here to em, which is emphasize. Change this other one to em. So we have the same result. Go back, you see we have the same result here. Okay, now the next thing, quickly let's look here. The next thing we'll do here is okay, this one is bold, so let's make this one to be bold. So if we come back to the code, so this here is bold, so we use B for bold. And then what next? Okay, so the last thing is the date here. Okay, so the date, as you can see, the th is a superscript. Okay, so how do you do that? Here, after the 10, you add in sup, close it, sup, close it, then you move, it's supposed to be p. So let's cut and move it down to the end of the th. Okay, now let's look at our browser. Let's refresh. Okay, so as you can see, the th is at the top, and then this is italicized. The color here is yellow, and then yeah, this one is bold. So these are the basic formatting tools we have in HTML. You can practice it to get more knowledge. Right, so we've come to the end of this tutorial. Our next lesson is going to be to add images to our website. Okay, and that will make our website look more complex. So what I'll do is I'll take off these ones. Then this is now our website. Okay, so thank you guys for watching. See you in the next tutorial, and don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and then click on the bell icon to see more of our videos. Okay, thank you very much.